Horton Plains is the highest mountain plateau in Sri Lanka at 2,100 meters above sea level and 2 kilometers south of Nuwara. It is a nature's gift to mankind. There are 3 approaches to reach it: via Nuwara, Ambevala and Pattipola, or via Haputale, Boralanda and Oya, or via Nuwara, Haggala and Pattipola. The plateau enjoys a unique place amongst the montane forests of Sri Lanka due to its rich biodiversity. (3,159 hectares of Horton Plain was declared a nature reserve on 5th December 1969 and upgraded to a national park on 16th March 1988. Archaeological investigations carried out by Dr. Shiran Dharaniyagala has revealed evidence of ancient civilization in the area. Several stone tools belonging to the era of Balangoda Manavaya has been found at lower elevations in the area. Grain fossils unearthed suggest that this was an agricultural civilization. Before the British, the area was called Maha-Elia, connoting a place that burnt with roaring flames when Hanuman's tail torch set fire to Lanka, according to the great epic of Ramayana. It has been also called Mahathanna and Gonathanna according to folklore. During the British occupation, the area was a favorite hunting ground for elephants and elk. Thus, the place has also been known as the Elephant Plain and as the Elk Plain. Although much of the hill country surrounding was converted to tea plantations, Maha-Elia remained a British haven for hunting. Thomas Baker and Thomas William Roger stand out as the most well-known elephant hunters of the time. The latter's tally of killed elephants is recorded as 1,400. Around 1834, this wilderness was named after the governor of Ceylon at that time, Sir Robert Wilmot Horton. The Elk Lodge, that was a resting place for the hunters then, was later renovated by Thomas Farr and came to be known as the Farr Inn. For a long time thereafter, this remained a picturesque lodge for tourists. It stands at the point where all routes to enter the plains meet together. Today, it houses the Information Center and the office of the Wildlife Conservation Department. Horton Plains is located in the Nuwara district of the Central Province, with Ratnapura and Badulla district forming its other boundaries. Most people know it as the World's End, due to the escarpment that falls down 884 meters, where at most times the ground level of the drop is shrouded in mist. The World's End drops down to the Ratnapura district. The plains receive about 2,150 millimeters rain annually, with its temperature ranging between 5 to 27 degrees Celsius. The plain is dominated by the second highest mountain in Sri Lanka, the Kirigalpotta, at 2,389 meters on the west, and the third highest mountain, the Totupolakanda, at 2,357 meters on the north. Folklore reminiscences of the Ramayana tells that Totupala Kanda is where mighty Ravana has landed his flying machine, the Dandamonara, after abducting Sita. Horton Plains is a nature's gift to Sri Lanka. It is located at 2,000 meters above sea level. There are several unique plant communities here. Some date back millions of years in evolution. The tree fern that you see behind me is a species from an early evolutionary period. In addition, there are indigenous fauna and flora species here. Some are specific to Horton Plains. The arthropod Calidina sinolensis, some cane species, some orchids, and some shrubs are all specific to Horton Plains. They have evolved over millions of years. This is a wonderful heritage of biodiversity. Horton Plains is an undulating plateau. Mountain forests cover the peaks. The slopes are covered by Patana grassland with sharp boundaries merging into forests. This is an interesting feature that has brought out the argument that grasslands have formed due to fire. The valleys harbor streams and waterlogged soil. The year-long rainfall, together with condensation of the mist by many lichens that live as epiphytes, render the plains into a rich catchment area. Three major rivers, the Mahavali, Kalani and Vallava, begin their journey from the Horton Plains. The waters of the picturesque Belul Oya create splendor at the Baker's Fall and follow an eye-catching route down. Its waters later join the Vallava River. Sri Lanka has been recognized as a country rich in endemic species. The wet zone forests rank among the 18 most diversity-rich forests in the world. Sri Lanka ranks within the first 25 places rich in biodiversity. This has prompted 33 forests in the country to be declared as conserved forests. Horton Plains belong to these conserved forests, being a complex web of contrasting ecosystems within its limited boundaries. It is difficult to imagine of a more unique ecosystem with so much biodiversity. Mountain forests, mountain wet pathana, mountain marshes, disturbed wet pathanas and disturbed forests all contribute to this diversity. Some ecosystems we see here, like the pathana and the forest, are dynamic and change with time. Because of this reason, this place is a living lab, a university of nature, a museum, and an oasis for researchers on biodiversity. According to a survey conducted in 1993, The density of plants is about 2,861 per hectare. About 5% of flora is endemic to Sri Lanka. Out of these, some are unique to Horton Plains itself. "33 orchid species add richness to the plains. 16 of them are endemic to Sri Lanka. The trees show abundant growth of many lichens which play an important role. They absorb the moisture from the air and condensed water drops drip down to the soil, thus adding to the precipitation onto the plain. The aquatic plants that live in the streams are also unique. Of the many species of Cicatia that adorn the streams, one species is found only within this nature reserve. Horton Plains is an undulating plateau. Mountain forests cover the peaks. The slopes are covered by Pathana grassland with sharp boundaries merging into forests. The valleys harbor streams and waterlogged soil. Plains also boast of the most extensive area of cloud forests. There are many animal species that are nourished by this vegetation. Elk are abundant. Protection from hunting had increased their chances of flourishing here. They in turn give life to predators. The rangers estimate that about 15 leopards roam around, but sightings are rare. Several small mammals are present, but difficult to sight. Many species of amphibians have been recorded. A few species of reptiles inhabit the plains. Several species of lizards can be seen. About 40 species of butterflies live here. Out of them, about 15 species are endemic. About 98 species of birds have been recorded. 21 of them are endemic to Sri Lanka. One must have patience to sight them. The only fish species is the rainbow trout, introduced by the British to enjoy fishing in this scenic place. Fishing is no longer allowed here. One can also observe a few species of crustaceans. Recent times has seen an increase in the number of visitors to the park, both local and foreign. Awareness creation as well as checking is done for protection of the wilderness. This aims to prevent littering. Lighters and matches are banned as they can cause fires within the park. There are several favorite spots of the visitors within the park. The World's End takes pride. The escarpment falls down 884 meters here. A second escarpment that drops 274 meters is called the Small World's End. The Baker's Fall drops in splendor. The waters then follow through to the Chimney Fall before joining the Belluloya on its way to the Vallava River. Threats to the Horton Plains have been controlled. Hunting, encroachment, removal of plants and gem mining are no longer serious threats. However, invading plant species has become a serious concern. The officials are endeavoring to control it, but the threat is still there. Littering is another serious problem, which has started attracting crows to the area. The park is now safer from outside threats it faced. One reason for this is the awareness creation by the Department of Wildlife. We focus mostly on school children, the village communities and government servants. Awareness creation for visitors to the park has been a fruitful exercise. The Department of Wildlife Conservation has put in much effort to provide the visitors with information, knowledge, as well as infrastructure to increase the comfort level during sightseeing. Accommodation facilities are available in the bungalows and campsites within the park. Day visitors have to leave by 6 in the evening. This is to ensure the safety of both the visitor and the wildlife. Horton Plains is the only place where visitors are allowed to roam on their own. The Visitors Center provides good displays to orient the visitor to the park. There are also lecture presentations and video screenings to provide conservation awareness. The Wildlife Conservation Department has taken much effort to improve the infrastructure facilities to make visitors more comfortable. There is limited overnight accommodation in circuit bungalows as well as campsites. As we enjoy nature's benevolence, it is good to show our gratitude in return and consciously help to conserve this magnificent gift to our land.